coming to you live from the birthplace of All Elite Wrestling, Jacksonville, Florida. I'm Ron Anthony, the captain. You bring you this Tiller Tournament Series action. We got Game 3 of the Beta League Divisional Series between the Santa Barbara Riveters and the Jacksonville Elite. The Riveters lead it 2-0. With that being said, as the teams take the field, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Santa Barbara Riveters. And as you can see, they're using the same lineup as last time. Roz is going to be first, followed by Olivia, Felicity, Ella, Giselle, Dixie Lee, Kat, Moxie, and Willow, with Georgia once again at the mound. They're going to be squaring off against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. With that being said, let's go to the field. Roz is up. And we're underway as it's 1-0. In the dirt, 2-0. Pop up under is Brian Danielson, and Roz is retired. Let's see what the dangerous DH Olivia does. And swing and a miss, strike one. And juts it foul to the right side. Swing and a miss. Got her swinging. Felicity's up next. And pop in the air, base hit. And this should be extra bases. It will be. And as she is in there with the 2-out double. Make way for the cleanup hitter, Satin Doll Ella. And just outside, 1-0. And tails outside, 2-0. And in the air, left side, Nicholas Jackson under it. And that'll be that. One left for the Riveters, no score. The Elite take the field, and as they take the field, the lineup's going to look a little something like this. As usual, we have the DH, Dustin Rhodes, followed by Mox. Taking over at center field is Samoa Joe, and behind the plate is Brian Danielson. Then, of course, is Claudio, Ty Mello. Then we have Matthew Nicholas Jackson, and Sammy Guevara is going to be at the short. They're going to be squaring off against Georgia. Right about the top of the order we go as Dustin Rhodes makes his way to the plate. And outside, 1-0. And on the ground, foul. In there for strike two. Outside. The Chuck Woolery. Got him looking. Mox is up next. And tries to go back inside, but it was too little too late. 1-0. And swing and a miss on that one. And juts it foul. 2-2 now. The Chuck Woolery. Got him swinging. See if Samoa Joe does, making his first AB of the series. On the ground, in the dirt. 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And tries to get him to swing, but lays off 2-1. In the dirt, 3-1. And swing and a miss, strike two. And ball four. So one gone, two gone, one aboard, and in steps Brian Danielson making his first AB of the series. The 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Has a look at Samoa Joe, now the pitch. And juts a foul to the right side. And Joe goes, and he retreats. Chuck Woolery. And got him looking. One left for the Elite. No score. Number 5 hitter Giselle's up next. And nips the inside corner for strike one. And in the air, playable to the left side, and it'll be foul. Tries to ring her up, but it's 1-2. And inside, Chuck Woolery count. And over left side, base hit. And it's going to be extra bases. Giselle's in there with the leadoff double. In steps Dixie Lee. And in there, almost got her. And just snips the outside corner, 1-1. And swing and a miss, 1-2 now. Let's look at Giselle now, the pitch. Outside, Chuck Woolery count. And ball 3 now. And pop up, Brian Danielson. And 2 gone. 1 gone, excuse me. Time to make way for Cat. And in the air, base hit. Runners are going to be at the corners with 1 gone. And in steps Willow. Or Moxie, excuse me. Willow waits on deck. And grounded foul. And grounded foul over to the left side. And got her swinging. Let's see what Willow does. Inside, ball 1. And nips the outside corner, 1-1. And in the air, right side under is Matthew Jackson for out number 3. 2 left for the Riveters, no score. In steps Claudio Castagnoli, number 5 hitter. Outside for ball 1. And swing and a miss on that one, 1-1. And, I'm starting to question that strike zone over there, but it's 2-1. That one's a strike. The Chuck Woolery. And Judson foul to the right side. And outside for ball 3. And got him swinging. Tymel is up next. In the dirt for ball 1. And swing and a miss, 1-1. And over on the right side, under his cap for out number 2. Matthew Jackson's up next. The EVP of AEW. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And on the ground, foul. And got him looking. 1, 2, 3 go the Elite. Still no score. Right back at the top of the order we go for Roz. In the air, deep drive. Johnny got a boom boom. And on the first pitch she sees at the top of inning number 3, Roz has a solo shot. Riveters draw first blood. Let's see what Olivia does. Strikeout victim her first trip. And ball in the dirt. Weiser lays off on that one, 1-0. And in there for strike 1. And swing and a miss. The old 1-2. And got her swinging. Let's see what Felicity does. She doubled her first trip. And inside for ball 1. Friend of mine loves Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Big special shout goes out to the buddy who loves him. Who loves her, excuse me. You know who you are. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And got her swinging. Ella's up next. 0 for 1 in the game. And pop up. And the good doctor has it for out number 3. Solo shot for Roz. Rivers up 1-0. In steps Nicholas Jackson to lead off the bottom of inning number 3. Outside for ball 1. And juts a foul. And tries to ring him up, but tries to get strike 2, but it's ball 2 instead. In the dirt for ball 3. And juts it foul over the right side. And ball 4. Samuel Guevara, the number 9 hitter, is up next. In there for strike 1. Outside, ball 1. The 1-1. Strike 2. And Jackson going on the ground. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner moves up to second. As we go back to the top of the order, Dustin Rhodes. Strikeout on his first trip. And swings and misses a ball in the dirt, 1-0. Let's look at Nicholas Jackson now, the pitch. And left side. And Moxley has it for out number 2. In steps John Moxley. And runner goes. Ball 1, and the runner retreats. And lines it foul over to the right side. The 1-1. In the dirt, 2-1. And throw over to second, and runner back. And in the air, base hit. Runners are going to be at the corners. And in steps Samoa Joe. He walked his first trip. And in the air to left field line, base hit. One run's going to score. And to third is Moxley. And in there to second is Samoa Joe. So he's got an RBI double out this one. Let's see what Brian Danielson does. And swing and a miss. Ooh, early on that one. And on the ground, foul. Runners go. And in the air. And runner scores. Moxley scores. 2-1 is the score. So runners at the corners with 2 gone. And in steps Claudio Castagnoli. Outside, ball 1. And lines it foul over to the right side. And inside for ball 2. And swinging to miss a ball in the dirt. Chuck Woolery count. Outside for ball 3. Runners are going to be on the move on this one. And juts a foul to the right side. Runners on the move again. And in the air. And it falls. And it's going to be first. Scores 3-1 is the score. Let's see what Ty Mello does. And runners go. And back over to Georgia. Georgia over to second. And that'll be that. 3-1 score for the Elite. 3-1 is the score. As we head to the top of inning number 4, Giselle makes her way to the plate. And in there for strike 1. And in the air. Deep drive. Johnny got a boom boom. Solo shot for Giselle to lead off the top of inning number 4. 3-2 is the score. In steps Dixie Lee. And outside for ball 1. On the ground, in the dirt. And on the ground, Sam McGuire has it over to Claudio for out number 1, excuse me. Let's see what Cat does. In the air, left side. Nicholas Jackson has it for out number 2. Let's see what Moxie does. Strikeout victim her first trip. In the dirt, ball 1. And back over to Dr. Britt Baker, over to Claudio Castagnoli for out number 3. Solo shot from Giselle. 3-2 is the score. And in steps Matthew Jackson. Strikeout victim his last trip. Outside, ball 1. And juts it. And Felicity will take it herself for out number 1. Let's see what Nicholas Jackson does. He walked his first trip. And 1-0. And in the air, right center field, base hit. And he's sticking two out of the gap, out of the bat. And the throw is not in time. He's in there with the double. Let's see what Samuel Guevara does. And on the ground, throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, Nicholas Jackson goes over to third. Let's see what Dustin Rose does. Ball one. And in the air center, and Willow has it for out number 3. None shall pass. 3-2 is still the score. Speaking of Willow, she's up next. And Dr. Brett Becker, DMD, going outside. 0-1. And on the ground, throw to first is in time. Let's see what Roz does. Home run last trip. And she did it again! She did it again! Now it's 4-2. Solo shot once again from Roz. She's on fire. It's all tied up at 3, excuse me. Let's see what Olivia does. 2 strikeouts or 2 trips. And she's 0 for 3 as Brian Danielson puts it away for out number 2. Next up is Felicity. She too struck out. And in the air, Brian Danielson again. And he puts it away and the side's retired. Solo shot from Roz. 3-3 is the score. Let's see what Moxley does as he makes his way to the plate, squaring off against Georgia. And it's 1-0. And swing and miss early on that one. 1-1. And on the ground, foul. And in the air, liner, base hit. With Mox aboard, time to make way for Samoa Joe. He doubled last time up. And in the air, center field, Willow. And Samoa Joe's retired. Let's see what Brian Danielson does. And in the air, and Willow has it. And Mox retreats. Let's see what Claudio does. Outside for ball 1. And in the air, deep drive. That one's gone. Opposite shot, 2-run Johnson for Claudio Castagnoli. 5-3 is the score in favor of the Elite. Next up is Tom Mello, 0 for 2 in the game. And early on that one, 0-1. And in the air, under it is Cap for out number 3. 2-run shot from Claudio Castagnoli, 5-3 is the score. Next up is Sandow Ella as we're getting ready for the top of inning number 6. And just nips the outside corner, strike 1. And swing and a miss, strike 2. And good doctor tried to ring her up, but she lays off. Ball 2 now. And in the air to right center field gap. It's in the gap. And they'll play it off the wall. And Olivia is in there with a double. Ella, excuse me. Then steps Giselle. And inside for ball 1. Swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And got her swinging. Dixie Lee is up next. 0 for 2 in the game. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Has a look at Ella. And now the pitch. Inside. 1-1. On the ground, back over to the doctor. Doctor over to Claudio for out number 2. But meanwhile, the runner moves up to third. Let's see what Cat does. In the air. And Matthew Jackson has it for out number 3. 1 left for the Riveters. They trail at 5-3. Speaking of Matthew Jackson, he is up next. 0 for 2. Bottom of inning number 6. 1-0 now. And Judson foul over to the right side. And on the ground, back over Georgia. Georgia over Felicity for out number 1. Let's see what Nicholas Jackson does. And pop up, Dixie Lee. And Matthew Jackson is retired. Nicholas Jackson, excuse me. In steps none other than the sex god, the Spanish god, Sammy Guevara. The 1-0. Inside ball 2. Ball 3 now. Inside. Just along the outside corner. 1-0. 3-1. 3-2 now. Payout pitch coming. And ball 4. Up at the top of the order for Dustin Rhodes. 0 for 3 in the game. And in there for strike 1. As a look at Sammy Guevara. Now the pitch. Tried to nip the outside corner, but it's still outside. 1-1. And in the air. And it's going to be a base hit. And runners are going to be moving up into scoring position. Kind of deked them a little bit. But still. Runners are in scoring position, but in steps John Moxley. And in the air. And one runner's going to score, Samuel Guevara. And runners are going to be at the corners with 2 gone. 6-3 is the score. And in steps Samoa Joe. Bullpen warming up now in the Riveter side. And in the left center field gap base hit. Another run's going to score. 7-3 is the score. And the runners being waved home. 2 runs scored. 8-3 is the score in favor of the Elite. Let's see what Brian Danielson does. Can he capitalize on this? And he will capitalize on it. Another run's going to score. And then Brian Danielson has an RBI double out of this one. 9-3 is the score. Claudio Castagnoli's up next. He homered in his last trip. And in the air. And they're going to be stopping the bleeding right here, right now. 4-run score, 9-3 in favor of the Elite. Moxie's up next. And we're going to be having a picture change over on the side of the Elite. And it's Hangman Adam Page. And strike 1. And in the air to left. And putting away is Nicholas Jackson. Willow's up next. 0 for 2 in the game. And in the air, Samoa Joe. And 1 pitch, 1 gone. Back to the top of the order we go for Roz. 2 homers in her last 2 trips. In the dirt for ball 1. In the air, base hit for Roz. Ball comes back in quickly. Olivia's up next. 0 for 3 in the game. And we're going to be having a pinch runner. Simone is going to be taking over. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Pop up. Danielson. And the side is retired. Time to get up and stretch. Ty Mello's going to be up next. And here is Ty Mello. Outside, 1-0. In the air, Willow. And Ty Mello's retired. Matthew Jackson's up next. 0 for 3 in the game. And in the air, base hit. And it's going to be extra bases for Matthew Jackson. With Matthew Jackson in, Nicholas Jackson takes the plate. And we're going to be having a pitcher change. Mia's going to be taking over. In the dirt, 1-0. Let's look at Matthew Jackson. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1 now. And juts it foul over to the right side. 3-2 now. Payoff pitch coming right here, right now. She got him. And Sammy Guevara's up next. And in the air, base hit, runners at the corners. And we go back to the top of the order for Dustin Rhodes, the unnatural Dustin Rhodes. He doubled his last trip. And in the air, foul. And strike 2 now. The 0-2 now. Outside, 1-2. The 0-1-2. And got him swinging. 9-3 still the score as we head to the top of inning number 8. Let's see what Felicity does. And in the air to the right side, into the gap, base hit, played off the wall. And Felicity's got a lead-off double out of this one. In steps Ella, double last trip. And in the dirt, swings and misses, 0-1. Strike 2. And in the air, runners are going to be at the corners now. Let's see what Giselle does. Strikeout victim her last trip. And in the air to center. And Samoa Joe has it. There should be a sac fly. And no, it's not going to be a sac fly. Runner moves up to second. So runners are going to be in scoring position with one gone. And in steps Dixie Lee, who's 0 for 3 in the game. And almost got her. 1-0. Swing and a miss on that one on the ball in the dugout. And 2-1 now. Swing and a miss on that one. The Chuck Woolery. Got her swinging. And Cat's up next. And in the air. And Matthew Jackson has it for out number 3. None shall pass. To the bottom of the 8th we go. See what John Moxley has in store. 3 singles in his 4 trips. And in the air to right, under his calf route number 1. Next up, Samoa Joe. Closer in the elite bullpen, getting ready. Outside, waist pitch, 1-1. And swing and a miss, 1-2. Outside again, 2-2. Ball 3 now. And juts a foul to the right side. And in the air, the left, playable, and she won't get there. And got him swinging. Brian Downson's up next, doubles last time. Outside, 1-0. And in the air to left, and it'll be a base hit. Taking extra bases. Brian Anderson's in there with the 2-out double. Let's see what Claudio Castagnoli does. And Brian Anderson's fellow Blackpool Combat Club gets ball 1. Ball 2 now. Ball 3 now, on the verge of losing him. And in the air to left, on the left field foul line. And Moxley will take care of it. None shall pass. 9-3 still the score. Last chance for the Riveters. Send Hook. And Hook, back over to Hook to Claudio for out number 1. Willow's up next, 3-0. And strike 1. In the air. Foul. Got her looking. Simone is the Riveters' last chance. And on the ground. And that'll be that. So it's 2-1 in favor of the Riveters. The Elite take this one 9-3 in this game. Let's take a look at the scores here. Britt Baker's the winning pitcher. Georgia the losing pitcher. Again, 9-3 is the final score. And we're going to be reconvening right back over in Jacksonville. As far as the homers are concerned, 2 for Roz, 1 for Giselle, 1 for Claudio. And so that'll do it for this game. Once again, we're going to be reconvening right back here in Jacksonville. I'm Anthony Harris saying thank you for tuning in, and tuning in for more spectacular Tiller Tournament action. Do it for Michael Tiller!